Bro, you're about to get an
Hold
exclusive.
on, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get an exclusive. I'm gonna get exclusive. Yeah.
Because for real, bro,
I'll even load it on my
it's
YouTube.
It's not a joke. It's thousands of views, bro. Like, I do
probably thousands.
I do what you do.
Okay, all I'm interested in, because I'm only 26. I'm a young guy. Now, what is some advice somebody who is, what would you say, 30?
I am 30.
I mean, 30 years is very short.
What's up? Hey, they call me Ryan now, but it's Ryan Tru G Gaddy.
Okay, so my point is,
TRUG.
listen to me though. What is 30 years? What is 30 years going to teach somebody who's 26 years?
I'm gonna tell you a couple things.
There's 4 years in difference. I mean, we're talking 365 days times 4. What does that type of difference have to somebody who's 26?
It has a major difference, but I'm gonna tell you this.
Let's hear it.
You can hear some things that'll correct you, or you could choose to ignore. Now, me, I'm the type of dude that it was always gonna be this. You could tell me something, but I'm gonna learn for myself. If I'm not curious, like curiosity kills the cat. But young folks don't know this, so they're like, I'm gonna see what it's about. I saw what it's about. I mean, first of all, I was taught the Bible. I was raised in a small town. I treated my Grammys right. This is the first interview in 4 years. This shit is not a joke. Like, you see this shit? TRUG. It is other folks in the world that got this on them, while other people are trying to be me. It is other folks in the world that supported this to the point they lost legs, they lost backs, like, you know, spines turned and wheelchairs and all that. Let me tell you like this. If I could tell one young person one thing, it'd be this. It's not that dreams cannot come true. It's that you got to make sure your dreams are true. It's so real that it took me 30 years, forgetting how old I was, homelessness, jail, lost in the mountains, mountain lions, really trying to repay an ex-girlfriend, one night stands that you don't know, like, what you might have did.
But what makes somebody become successful and not successful?
Okay,
what is the difference between having success and not having success?
Because
there's a lot of people who have success that doesn't make sense.
Let me break this down. Did your parents ever tell you it's not a job? If it seems like less of a job and you're having fun while doing it, because having fun is what's important, not winning, then it's not a job. If you're having fun, you like what you're doing, it's not a job. Let me tell you something.
What separates people from knowing that difference? How do you know that you're having fun more than the actual
Your heart
job?
will know it. Your heart will know it. Now, everybody does stuff they have to do to survive. Okay. Everybody does stuff they have to do to make a paycheck. If the reward is not worth the sacrifice, in my case, music is sad but true. Like, for real, sad but true. And if the reward is not worth the sacrifice, what did you gain? You only get one life, for real. Like, the last 3.5 years, I found people dead. Like, for real. Needles in their arm. It's not a joke. 10 dead under 40 in 2 years. That's what happened to me. Everything I used to talk about came true. I'm trying to tell you, listen, the sacrifice is not worth the reward. And your happiness, what is it for? For real. I don't mean to be all fucking Tupac on y'all, but it is what it is.
Right. So, alright, yeah. Good points there, actually. What is that that you're smoking? You're smoking some cigarette?
Just a cigarette. But hey, y'all need to be happy. Listen, it's nothing to people that can do, but fucking want us to go on. It's nothing to people like you. Like, for instance,
Just go back.
Hey, what's his name? Just died. Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Like, everything they want us to do is fucking live how we want to live. Try to be happy and party. And I mean, if partying is not what make you happy, like, you dig what I'm saying? Like, Tom Petty is a legend. That dude just died. If you don't worship a god or somebody, like, but you look up to someone like that, you got to think in their case, what would they want for you to be happy? And that's how you try to live your life. That's all you can do. I mean, years go on, time goes by. I'm 30. This is the first interview, 4 years. It is what it is. Me and my homeboy, Casey.
Yeah. I guess, look, okay, you've done shows. You've been in front of hundreds of people. I can't say thousands. Probably at least hundreds.
And
It
actually,
just went dark, and that's a bunch of bullshit because that's what Pontiac does.
I hope that we're not stuck at. Hold on. I hope that we're not stuck in the field.
No, we're not stuck in it.
Okay, right here.
It literally is.
What up? I hope that we're
it's
not
one
stuck
of
in the
those
field.
things. I don't
But
mind.
me and Casey grew up in the fields. We know how to walk. We
It's
know
one
how to
of those
talk,
things, hey,
and we know the country vibe.
At the
so
end
we're
of the
good.
day, what is it like to be in front of hundreds of people at a time saying your name? That's something that I'm interested in. I don't know what it's like. What is it like?
Well, first of all, don't try to replace it with no drugs, because the only thing.
Drugs aside, what is the feeling
Don't try to
inside
replace
like?
that feeling with no drugs, because you'll never replace it, and you'll become a drug addict. Second of all,
What is it like hearing your name being shouted
at
hundreds
first
of times?
I felt like it was done almost in sympathy, like a charity, like, you know, we support you because we know you need supporters. At the end, I realized, like,
But once you knew it was real,
then it hit me, man. That I knew it was something, and I'm not saying I bowed out forever, but I bowed out gracefully. And when that shit hit me, I was like, damn, like, if you make one difference in someone else's life, like, for instance, it's 4 years later, no interviews, no nothing, and I had a girl send me pictures on Easter, and she said, I wasn't aware that you knew that I was at the show, but you were nice enough to take pictures with me. I'm like, who am I? We're from the same city. You actually got a nicer apartment than I do. She's like, well, none of that matters. What matters is I need some cheering up that night. And you were nice enough to take pictures with me, and I appreciate it. And she sent me 4 pictures I never seen before in my life. Real talk. On Easter. And my family wasn't speaking to me. I really needed that shit. It was a chick named Ashley. And she said, you know, I remember you and Hobson, like, I looked up to you. And then I went back to my albums, and the very first song is Close Your Eyes on New Project. And that's the last song.
yeah, I remember that song actually.
And the very last line of the entire song is, ask yourself a question. Was it worth it on the mic? And it's talking about one chick. It says, so ask yourself a question. Was it worth it on the mic if all you ever deserved to say was one lie? Like, dude, I'm down and out. Family not speaking to me. It's Easter, and this chick Ashley sends me pictures on Facebook. The times could be a little wrong, a little off, but it meant something to me. It did happen. You could research that. Like, dig all you want. Chick's name's Ashley. Her last name starts with an M. She sent me a picture. Said, yeah, you ain't never seen these 4 pictures. Now I want to let you know, because I shared a memory on Facebook, me and Hobson at the Union Station.
Hobson.
First of all, I gave up music. Second of all, I got a DUI. Third of all, I've been in jail. I've been incarcerated. I've been fucking through programs. I'm talking about years long.
You're past that.
That's
long
that,
gone.
so what I'm
That's
saying
long
though is
gone.
this. So my first fucking Christmas home on Easter, actually, I get a message from this chick named Ashley. Last name starts with an M. She tells me, she says, hey, listen, you ain't ever seen these 4 pictures before. I said, well, because I shared a memory. Hey, 4 years ago, open with Hobson. She said, I have pictures you ain't never seen. She sent me pictures. 4 pictures. I woke up the next day, I checked them, and I messaged her every single time, and I commented every single time, and I told her, listen, me and you are the same, and I respect you. You're a mother raising children with bills that I can't even afford, and you're telling me that night meant something to you. She's like, yeah. That shit changed my entire life. It wasn't no longer about the money. It was about if you could touch people, how you could touch them, whether it's funny, like my homeboy does, comedian. He's a stand-up comic, you know what I mean? He makes a living off that. Some of my homeboys in jail, some of my homeboys in prison, some of my homeboys dead. Some of my homeboys ain't even homeboys, they're just friends. Like, we talk a different language. Like, if you're a cowboy, we're not homeboys, we're friends. This chick sent me a picture after 4 years. So, 1 4th of July, I'm in jail. 2nd of 4th of July, I'm on the streets. 3rd and 4th of July, I'm in a court order program for 10 months or longer. Bedtimes, boots. And so what happens is this. I came out of those court order programs, a better man, and regardless, you could change people without being rich, you dig?
So, yeah. I guess, you know, me as a stand-up comedian, I guess the main thing that I'd like to know what it feels like to be in front of hundreds of people, knowing you're the star.
Feels
for
like
that
that.
10 minutes. What does it feel like?
Feels like this.
What does it actually feel like?
Watch what you say and think about what you say and how you say it.
What messages
And
you're
I'm going to
sending?
tell you a 100% original quote right now from me. as this. Some say things before some speak things before they think. But those people who speak things before they think, they're just thinking before they speak. Other people, myself included, know what they're saying, and they just say things in advance.
Right. Yeah.
Did we get any of that?
Got all of that.